Hi, my name is Calandra James.
I'm Julia McAllister.
And I'm Megan McAllister.
And we are Hallmark Things. Today we will be reviewing the first Picture Perfect Mysteries, Newlywed and Dead. It is 1:49 a.m. in the morning, and we are vibing. This is now an active homicide investigation. Wow, Julia. What a laugh you got there. Ew, I sound like a TV host. Someone stop me. Okay.
You see that weather?
Do you see that weather over there? We got some clouds moving in quick from the north. Looks like an active homicide investigation. Okay. What? Okay. Anyway, as I said, we are reviewing the very first Picture Perfect Mysteries starring Alexa Penevaga and Carlos Penevaga.
And they are actually married and they're beautiful.
Yes, they are actually married and they will be playing Alexa Penevaga will be playing Allie Adams, a photographer who owns a boutique, and while she's shooting a friend's wedding, the husband ends up dead. And so...
The husband of the bride.
Yeah.
Not her husband.
No, not her husband. She's not married. She's single.
She's single, ready to mingle.
She's single and ready to mingle. Hint, hint, Carlos Penevaga, who comes in as the detective, Sam Acosta. A romance is soon brewed between the two. Like a fresh cup of coffee. Okay. I'm doing great. Also, this is probably going to be a spoiler-filled review. You know, if you want to watch the movie and not get spoiled, go watch the movie and come back and have a listen. Or just listen anyway because you're a rebel and no one can control you.
No. Except for God.
Except for God, exactly. Follow Jesus, folks. Okay. So why don't we start with the murder? Who all did you initially, who was your number one suspect throughout the movie, Julia?
Hold on. Let me think.
Okay.
Probably. I'm trying to think of all the people. There's a lot of people.
There were a lot of people. I think, okay, so let me kind of give you a rundown. If I can remember, I have like the worst memory.
I mean, Greg just seemed too obvious.
Mm-hmm. Greg is Allie Adams, the main character, her brother, and he was in love with the bride. And everyone thinks that he did it. That's actually what pulls Allie Adams into the investigation, is because she's trying to prove that her brother is innocent. Greg was the main suspect for the police for 3/4 of the movie for way too long, but it's fine. He was a suspect.
He's really crusty.
He is crusty. He kind of looks like a rat. We also had I don't remember his name, but the accounting guy who Kevin is the man who was murdered, by the way. His coworker.
The florist.
His coworker, oh my gosh, what was his name? I don't remember his name, but he had a coworker who ended up, stealing. He stole a lot of money from the business, and Kevin knew about it, so he was a big suspect because he had a good motive for murder. Another suspect were the victim's parents, because they were very against his marriage because they didn't think that their son, who was of such high, was from such a high family, should marry a waitress. Because
that'd be weird that they would kill him, though.
That's true.
So
that was true. But they did question him, and there was kind of quite a bit of, I'm pretty sure they went kind of into the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing somebody.
I know.
We probably are.
I questioned a couple other people, but I don't think they were victims.
Yeah.
Like the florist. And
victims. Yeah. There are quite a few, little suspects.
Suspects, that's where
Yes. So who originally
Just kidding, it's almost 2 o'clock.
It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Who was your suspect for the longest? You know what I mean? Like, who did you think of the longest?
I couldn't think of anyone else except for Greg, but I knew it wasn't him. Mm-hmm. So I was like, it's got to be someone unexpected. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell who, because Greg was the only one that had, like, motive that made sense, really.
Yeah.
But, like, you kind of knew it wasn't him.
Yeah, because it was an obvious, duh.
And you were like, no.
And were you surprised with how it turned out, or when it kind of came up, you were like, oh.
Megan predicted it.
Megan did predict it.
And I didn't even watch it, really.
That's true. She didn't. That's true. But she still pretty much predicted it in the end.
So when she said that, I guess it kind of made sense. Like, it wasn't that shocking.
Mm-hmm. The person who ended up doing it, spoiler alert, was Kevin's sister. She meant to kill the bride, who was in love with Greg, because I don't remember her name either. I'm awful with names. I'm sorry, y'all. But she was in love with Greg, and then so was the bride, and so she was
Jenna, right?
Yes, Jenna. Yeah, that was her name. The bride's name was Jenna, and so Kevin's brother thought that Jenna still loved Greg, and so she was like, she thought basically Jenna was making a fool out of her brother, so she tried to kill but accidentally shot Kevin in the meantime, and it was a big twist in the end. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Megan, what did you think of the mystery? Tell us who your number one suspect was throughout the film, even though you didn't really watch it, which is okay. We love you still.
I thought it was some sort of family member of Kevin.
Really?
Yes.
Megan was like she just knew the whole time.
Megan always knows.
Oof. Megan is a smart one. No, I don't. Megan also did predict it like 10 minutes before it happened. They were in her office, like Kevin's sister's office, and Megan was like, "It's her, isn't it?"
And we were like, "What?"
We were like, "What?" I remember kind of suspecting it was her when Allie went to go talk to her and drop off the pictures. Once Allie became alone in her office, I was like, "It's her," because Allie's gonna find something.
That one night.
Oh my gosh, how can these people just stand to be alone?
I was like, no, don't go there.
I know. Yeah, like, we were all sure she was going to get murdered when it just ended up being Greg.
Yeah. And, I knew that it was that one girl when Allie told her that Jenna was in the cabin.
Yeah,
herself.
that's true.
I was like, this is fishy.
Mm-hmm. That's true, because it was a little bit of information. Yeah. Because that's true, because then earlier in the movie, she asked Noah. Noah is Allie Adams' assistant. He is her assistant photographer. He's like 18 or 19. And she actually came by the photo studio and asked him where Jenna was. And if she had asked for pictures, and he said that she was at her mom's house. And she actually mentions to Allie, after Allie tells her that she was at the cabin, that she went to her mom's house to try to find her, but she wasn't there. So that was kind of a lead, you know what I mean? Like a thing that we didn't follow. Are there any last thoughts that you would like to mention on the mystery side of things before we dive into the romance?
I was about to say, wow.
I was like, we have quite a bit to say on that. But right now, so do you have any last thoughts you do not? Megan, do you have any last sort of just things to say about the mystery? How, just anything that you would like to add?
No.
No. I understand. No. Let's get into the second part of our podcast, the romance between Allie Adams and Sam Acosta, the detective. Julia, how did you feel about this romance? Tell me some of your... So first off, how did you feel? Just tell me, did you like the couple? Did they have good chemistry?
I loved the couple. They had great chemistry because they're actually married. Or else they would have been a really...
Mm-hmm. That's what made it so great too, is because they were married. They had incredible chemistry. They could act very in love.
And sweet and nerdy.
He is. He's like a dork. He tries so hard to be professional, but then sometimes like he'll just say something really dorky. And you're like, like, oh, you're not.
And he played chess, and they had so much in
common. Their chess. They didn't even like play a chess game. She was like, you should do this.
And he was like,
oh,
what?
Can you be my wife? No, just kidding.
Will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
I got the ring out.
Hey, that's in the second movie.
You did not
Julia, you didn't hear that. Yes.
You know, when they danced.
Mm-hmm. Was that your favorite scene?
That was my favorite.
Your favorite scene in the first film?
Megan.
The car scene was pretty good too, though, when they ate Thai together at the stakeout.
I aspire to be them eating Chinese food on a stakeout. And what were they talking about?
They were talking, the Detective Acosta was telling Allie to follow her dream.
Yes.
Remember, he's saying that she shouldn't give up on it?
At a Motel 6.
Yes. It was such an iconic scene, honestly.
I aspire to be like them.
And what do you think was your number one favorite scene? If you could watch one more scene with the two of them, like where they had the best chemistry, what do you think it would be?
Was there?
Because there are quite a few good ones.
There's.
I feel like there was the ending one with the picture that she gave him. There was the one where he kind of.
One in the cars where they really like connected.
That's true. My
So
personal
they kinda
favorite.
opened up then.
That is true. They got to know each other a bit more in that scene.
But the dance was so cute.
My personal favorite was the dance scene, just
that
because.
was just, like, cute.
Yeah, dancing scenes just always get me for some reason. I'm just like, they're so good. They're so good, and that one was so good.
So cute.
Because it's funny. I love Allie's personality too, is because she's so nervous always. Anytime he's like trying to flirt with her, and she's like, "Whoa,
She's like, what do I do?"
That's excuse me.
It's very good.
But yes, that is honestly me. If anyone ever tried to flirt with me, I'd be like, wait,
what do I do?
I can't do that.
I don't know what to do.
And Megan, what was your... First off, what did you like about their romance? Did you think that they had good chemistry? Did you enjoy watching them interact? Or were there things that you didn't like? What did you think about their characters?
From what I saw, it was great.
It was great.
Yes.
Great times.
Yes.
Fantastic. And what would you say your favorite scene was or moment that they connected, or did you just really enjoy watching with the two of them?
I'd say when they were dancing, or when she gave him the picture. So like the two scenes I saw of them.
She didn't see the stakeout scene, I don't think.
Yeah, you were like, I was playing Legos with Carson.
Yeah.
She was playing Legos with Carson, which is totally understandable.
But Megan, the Chinese food.
Okay, I heard about it. I heard it
So
was
cute.
great.
Yes. It was great. We all loved it.
I did.
So yeah,
I
my
think
final
my
thoughts.
favorite part of the movie. Do you hear that voice? Cause
I think my favorite part
of the movie was when the ad would come on, and you look at me and go, "How do you feel?" And then
I would shoot
This
the
is now an active
This is now an active homicide
that was my
investigation.
favorite part of the
That was
movie.
every time the commercials would roll, and it'd be like,
The
"This is an
commercials
active
were my
homicide
favorite part.
investigation," and we'd be like, "Woo!" Yes.
I think the commercials really made the movie.
That's true. All the commercials were quality.
They were.
And I know we've all already seen the second movie, but if we're pretending that we haven't, what is something that you would have wanted to see? And like, if you watched this movie, like, what would you look forward to in the second movie? What? Julian, no. Yes. Okay. She's in love with the with Allie Adams' assistant. What's his name? Noah. His name is Noah.
He's in To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Yes,
Shout
I've
out
never
to
seen
him.
that movie. Shout out to Noah. I don't remember who plays him. I don't know his name, but shout out to him.
Something with a T.
It was a weird name, but like, yeah, it was like Tesso or something. It's a cool name. It's just like is unique to where like it's not like Thomas or like Timothy.
It's ugly.
It's Trezzo Maharo. Okay, shout out to him.
Yes.
He was a
he's
king.
my boyfriend.
He is now Julia's boyfriend.
But I just want to see more of him and less of Greg.
Nobody likes Greg. That's just all we have to say.
Yeah. And more of
Allie and Sam.
Yeah, I was like,
yes.
what
What are their names?
Good.
Megan, would there be anything that you would want to see in the second film?
Less predictable murders.
Yes. Megan is like really.
More challenging.
And would you say that the second film, without spoiling anything for our next podcast, would you say that the second film had a better?
Yes.
It did?
Yes.
You know why? Just kidding.
Julia, no.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
More suspects.
that's true. Dude, we had a lot. The second one is quite the puzzle.
Adventure.
Yes. Well, that about wraps it up on this week's episode of Hallmark Things. We hope you enjoyed. Next up on our list is Picture Perfect Mysteries 2, Dead Over Diamonds, which we will be reviewing shortly. We'll see you next time on Hallmark Things.
Oh, my voice cracked again.